My next guest is going to be fighting middleweight champion Sean Strickland in the main event of UFC 297 in Toronto, January 20th. It is right around the corner. At least it feels that way. It is Dricus Du Plessis joining me here on the program. Dricus, how are you, sir?
Man, James, great to talk to you. Feeling absolutely great. The stars have aligned once again and order was restored. The title fight finally came and I'm glad it worked out the way it did.
When did you find out? When did you find out this was official? This kind of came out of nowhere.
And this is such a great match.
We were hearing behind the scenes and you get the shot. When did you actually find out?
For me, I think the world found out on Monday, about a week or so ago. And I found out the Sunday evening. Mr. Hunter phoned me. He said, listen, will you be healthy and ready for January for the belt? And I said, well, 100%. He said he was still on the plane, I think from the Sao Paulo event. And he said he's going to be sitting down in Vegas in about 2 hours and then he'll talk to the team. But that's what they're looking at. Will I be ready? And I said, 100% I'll be ready. And the next day we got the news that it's official.
There were a lot of forces behind the scenes, it seemed, that were trying to prevent this from happening. I'm sure you saw the comments from Israel Adesanya's coach saying that the title shot was slipped away and that you took this for granted. Does this make this title opportunity that much more satisfying because there were forces sort of, implying that this wasn't going to happen?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one thing that happened. I think I tweeted it perfectly.
It's funny how life works out, bro. Because every time, that's the funny thing about life, right? Straight up. Every time you think you're the one who's got the control, bro, this is something that's also Adesanya keeps on making a mistake, bro. And this is going to be a good fight. I predict this. I actually think this is what it's going to come about, bro. Du Plessis is going to take over the belt from Sean Strickland, and then he's going to fight with, and he's going to end up coming to fight back with Adesanya. I really think it's the one who's going to fight back. When Adesanya comes back, it's the one who's going to fight with him. I really believe so. Because it's funny, Adesanya, I remember this interview I watched, he was like, I gave you this opportunity, bro. That's a funny thing about life, bro. Whenever you feel like, you're in control of something else, somebody has to degrade you because you're the one who's doing, somebody goes and, how do I explain? How do I put this, right? That type of people, I made you, bro. You're thinking, I made you. Okay, come on, end me. When you're trying to end the person, you realize that you're even blessing the person even more.
With the UFC, the show must go on. I mean, I missed that opportunity to fight Adesanya for the belt.
Because to be honest, we all want to see.
It was out of our control. It was something that just couldn't happen. I mean, I was injured. I had a 7 weeks turnaround. It really was not possible. It was a much bigger injury than we originally thought. And I'm not gonna start my camp.
Du Plessis versus Adesanya, that would be sick.
But when you turn down a fight, the UFC must go on. They must go on. And I mean, here Sean Strickland stepped up and he took the opportunity and he made the best of it. Became champion. But having a guy like Adesanya,
to be honest, right? I feel like he did the best decision not to fight Adesanya whenever he felt like he wasn't ready. Because it's so funny. People can talk or say, you fumbled your chance. But what's the point of just going there with the pressure and then you reach there, you even mess up your opportunity? It's right. When you don't feel ready, don't go, bro. Don't fight. And I feel like that was a good decision. If you didn't feel like it was ready, then shouldn't have rushed it. So this just came out of the better time. This is like the better timing, bro. Better timing for you.
This is not how the game.
Better timing for Du Plessis.
Listen, you fumbled. You're not getting the shot anymore. You took it for granted, and then, getting the shot. That's what I always say. I say things are going to work out the way it should, and him manifesting things has not been going well for him.
The other thing as well is that there was a lot of fan support. I would do videos myself. I would, do live streams. A lot of people were rooting for you to get this shot, and I think it was sort of the general consensus that people wanted to see this fight with you and Strickland. How much do you think that helped as well? Because it seemed like the UFC did take that in consideration, going, this has got to be the fight we got to make.
Yeah, 100%.
We all want to see that fight, bro. This is going to be such an interesting fight. Think about it, right? Both of them, they got two different styles, bro. And it's going to be such an interesting fight, bro. Because if you think about it, who else can you fight? Who else can Strickland fight, bro? Kamza, come on, man. Come on, bro. Kamza need to just, I don't know, bro. Kamza just, like, he just does whatever Kamza does, bro. Like, it doesn't make sense whatever Kamza does. But, like, this is going to be a great match. This is going to be a great fight. As I said, that's why we're not looking for the Edward fight, bro. Like, it doesn't have hype. Like, it doesn't have, nobody's promoting that thing, bro. We're all looking for those fights in January, bro. Start betting in January.
For me, they were really wanting to see me fight for that world title, making history in South Africa. But worldwide, the fans were absolutely incredible. And I think what sealed the deal for me was the fact that the way that Kamza performed against Usman, on a short notice, fighting a welterweight for a middleweight title fight, that did not make sense to me at all.
Exactly, it doesn't make sense, bro.
That opportunity, because he took a fight on short.
If he at least fought with what is his name again? What's that guy, Brazilian guy again? Come on, I forgot his name, bro. What was his name again? And somebody chat. Can you guys remind me? What's this guy's name again? That's one who Kamza supposed to fight with. Paula Costa. Thank you, Chad. Paula Costa. If he fought with Paula Costa, it was going to make a little bit of sense, bro. Because now that it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense, bro. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all.
Good. But, I think that performance from Kamzat really sealed the deal for me, because they saw that, at middleweight, he wasn't this force that, just fighting against it almost.
It was just the fight, yeah.
But, big ups to Usman. He fought brilliantly. But then, of course, like you said, the fans that started, all the fans were just, after that fight especially, they knew what was the thing that needed to happen. They knew that I deserved that title shot and that I was the true number one contender. And no matter how the UFC wanted to spin it, no matter how, obviously they could do whatever they want. And, that's rightfully so. Obviously Kamzat would have massive hype. He would, a lot of eyes on Kamzat, but he did not deserve that fight, that number one fight. And I know he was injured or couldn't take the...
Yes,
But the fight didn't make sense, bro. It's literally didn't make sense.
With money,
it's literally didn't make sense, bro. That fight literally didn't make sense.
Didn't take the fight on short notice, and the fight came right back to me. And thank you to the fans. Thank you for all the people that went out and said Dricus is the number one contender. I think that's
some fight doesn't make sense.
Entertainment, and you have to give the people what they want.
What did you think though of Usman calling you out after he lost to Chimaev? Did you see that?
I did see that. I saw that. I think it would have been an amazing fight, but I think at that stage Usman still didn't. He thought that Kamzat is getting the title shot,
right?
And that doesn't make sense at the moment. But down the line, I think Kamaru Usman is an absolute legend of this game. I think he is probably,
because Kamzat needs to fight to somebody bigger, somebody powerful
of the sport.
Because at that weight,
I would love to share the cage with him one day. If it makes sense, if he. I know him and Whittaker, that fight is in talks, and that would be something really impressive to see. If how Usman holds up at the middleweight division with the top of the pile against a guy like Whittaker. That would be absolutely cool to see. And if it works out the way, I become a champion and he becomes a contender to fight Kamaru Usman. Be absolutely.
That would also be an interesting fight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Chad. Funny part, right?
First time going to Toronto.
If I was Adesanya, I'll let all those people fight themselves first. Funny part. Outlets, if Du Plessis, Strickland, all those people, they need to fight themselves first. Let them clear, like, a little bit, come back, maybe end of 2023, or maybe, what is this again? End of 23, or January 24. Because if you think about that, would be a perfect timing, bro. Perfect timing. You let all of them fight themselves first. Let them fight themselves. At least you just come in where everything is already sorted, bro. That would be the perfect thing to do. If you think about it, that would be the perfect thing to do, bro. That would be the perfect thing to do for Adesanya. That's all Adesanya needs to do, bro.